here is the CXC January 2023 paper 1 continuation from question 39 to 60. If you recall, we solved question 1 to 38 in the previous video, and if you want the link to it, you can check the video description there and you see the link to it. So here is a continuation, question 39 to 60. Question 39 through 60. Items 39 and 40 refer to the following table, which shows the number of books that 58 students bought at a sale. So number of books, number of students. The mode of the number of books bought is, mode is the number of books bought that has the highest frequency. So the frequency is the number of students. So the highest frequency is 13. You trace it to the number of books bought, which is 5. Therefore, the mode is 5, number of books bought. Then we are asked to find the median number of books bought. So the median number of books bought at the sale should correspond to half of the total frequency, half of 58. So that will be equal to the 29th item. 29th item. So the 29th item, we have to add either from the left until we get to 29. So 9 plus 9 is 18, plus 13 is 31. So that one is pointing to 5. Also, if you add from the right, 7 plus 9 is 16, plus 11 is 27, plus 13. So that one too, 27 plus 13 will give you 40. So it's also pointing that the 27th item is here, which is 5. So the median number of books of the students, the median number of books the student bought at the sale is also 5. Item 41 refers to the following pie chart, which shows the popular games played by a group of students. If 180 students played football, how many students are in the group? So if you look at football on the pie chart, it's having an angle of 90 degrees. So 90 degrees out of the whole angle in a circle, which is 360 degrees. You multiply it by the number of students in the group. We don't know, so let it be n. And it's supposed to be equal to 180. So n 90 goes into itself 1, and it also goes into 360 4 times. So 1 over 4n is equal to 180. So multiplying through by 4, then this will cancel this. N will be equal to 180 times 4, which is 720 students that are in the group. So option C is correct. Item 42 refers to the following chart, which shows the amount of fish bought in kilogram by the first 60 customers at a fish market. So we are supposed to use it to answer item 41. How many customers bought at least 6 kg of fish? So at least 6 kg of fish, it means 6 or more. 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10. So number of people who bought 6 kg is 11. The number of people who bought 7 kg is 5. Number of people who bought 8 kg is 4. Number of people who bought 9 kg. 9 kg is 7. And then we have finally 10 kg is 3. So let's add. We have 3 plus 7 is 10. So let's add 11 plus 5 plus 4 plus 7 plus 3. So let's go. That will give you 11 plus 5 is 14. 16 plus 4 is 20. 20 plus 7, 27 plus 3 is 30. So the correct answer is C. Now let's look at item 43. Item 43 refers to the following diagram, which shows the cumulative frequency curve of the height of 20 plants. So we have to find the interquartile range of the set of measurement. To find the interquartile range is Q3 minus Q1. That is third quartile minus first quartile. So the third quartile corresponds to 3/4 of the total frequency, which is 20. So that will give you the 15th item or 15th height. 15th height. And the first quartile corresponds to 1/4 of the whole thing, which is 1/4 of 20, which is the fifth height. So fifth height and the 15th height. So the Q1 is the Q3 is the 15th height. Correct. Q3 corresponds to the 15th height. So the Q1, we trace it from the graph. That will give you the middle. It is in the middle of the second box and the first and second box. Each of the box here is 0.4 because from 2 to 4 is 2 units. Divide it by 5 boxes. So it will give you 0.4 for each box. Between the first box and the second box, that will give us 2.6. So the first quartile Q1 is 2.6. Then the third quartile will give you 3 boxes from 4, which is 4.4, 4.8, 5.2. So Q3 is 5.2. So Q3 minus Q1 will be 5.2 minus 2.6, and that will be equal to 2.6, which is B. Option B is correct. Item 44 refers to the following table, which shows the result of a survey of 100 persons, from two major ethnic groups, B and R. Respondents were interviewed about their attitude towards mathematics. So we have attitudes toward mathematics, negative, we have the ethnicity, we have P and R. So we are asked to, a respondent from ethnic group P is selected at random. What is the probability that he has a negative attitude towards mathematics? So we trace the ethnic group P until you intersect with negative attitude. That will be 24. So 24 over the total number of people surveyed, which will be 24 over 100. So that will be equal to 4 will go here 6 times, 4 will go here 25 times. So it will be 6 over 25. 6 over 25. Question number 45. The point where a linear function crosses the horizontal axis is. So a linear function crosses the horizontal axis. The x-axis is the x-intercept. X-intercept. So the correct answer is B. So let's proceed to the next question. Item 46 refers to the following mapping diagram. The relationship that best describes the mapping in the diagram is, so we have one item mapping onto, we have many items, so we have this and this mapping onto one. We have many this and this mapping onto one. This and this. We have this and this mapping onto one. So many to one relation. Option C, many to one relation. If h of x equal 3x minus 2 over 5, then h of negative 6 is equal to, so h of negative 6, you put negative 6 wherever you see x here. So you get 3 times negative 6 minus 2 all over 5. 3 times negative 6 is negative 18 minus 2 all over 5. Negative 20 all over 5. And this will give you negative 4. So the correct answer is option A. Now let's look at item 48 and 49. Refer to the following graph of a quadratic function. So question number 48. The maximum point of y equal 4x minus x squared is, so is this point here, this point. So that point, the x coordinate is 2 and the y coordinate is 4. So that will be 2, 4, which is option D. The 49, item 49, the value of x at the point where y equals 4x minus x squared intersects y equals 0. So y equals 0 is the x-axis. So the points where the curve intersects the x-axis are this point here, which is the origin, and at the origin x is equal to 0. Then again this point here, which is the point x equal 4. So x equals 0 and x equal 4. That is option A. Which of the following equations represents a straight line? For a straight line equation, we don't have xy term. We don't have x squared term. The highest term should be 1. The highest exponent should be 1 in a variable. So you can see that the y is having power 1, x is also having power 1. So this is a linear equation. For the last one, D, there is an x squared there, so that is not the correct answer. So y plus 3 equal 2x is the linear equation. So option C is correct. Now let's proceed to the next question. Item 51. Which of the following sets is represented by the function f is such that x maps onto x squared plus 3. So we are dealing with this function here. So when you pick x 0, you put 0 into this here. 0 square is 0 plus 3 is 3. So 0 will go with 3. Then when you pick 1, you put 1 here. 1 square is 1 plus 3 is 4. So 1 goes with 4. Then when you pick 2, you put it here. 2 squared is 4 plus 3 is 7. So 2 goes with 7. Then when you pick 3, you put it here. 3 squared is 9 plus 3 is 12. So 3 goes with 12. So the correct answer will be the last one here, which is option D. Question 52. A line L is parallel to the line 2x minus 5y minus 8. What is the gradient of the line? So 2x minus 5y minus 8 equals 0. You make y the subject. So you get negative 5y is equal to negative 2x plus 8. So dividing through by negative 5, you get y is equal to negative 2 over negative 5x, then plus 8 over negative 5. So this will give you y to be equal to 2 over 5x minus 8 over 5. So the gradient is this one, y equal mx plus c. So the m here is 2 over 5, which is c. Because two lines that are parallel have the same gradient. Now let's look at item 53. If O is the center of the circle, then y is 2 times of the angle at the circumference. So y is 2 times of 50 degrees. That will be equal to 100 degrees. So the correct answer is option D. Now let's look at item 54. Item 54 refers to the following diagram. And we are supposed to calculate in a diagram PQ and RS are parallel. Which of the following best describes the relationship between X and Y? So this angle and this angle are alternate angles. So alternate angles are equal, or X is equal to Y. So the correct answer is option A. So let's proceed to the next question. Item 55 refers to the following diagram which shows rectangle WXYZ and its image W prime X prime Y prime Z prime and W prime prime X prime prime Y prime prime Z prime prime after it undergoes a composite double transformation. So what sequence of transformations will map rectangle WXYZ onto its image rectangle W prime prime X prime prime Y prime prime Z prime prime? So we are talking about these two rectangles. So first, when you reflect this rectangle in the y-axis, it will give you this. So it's a reflection in the y-axis followed by, you can see that this rectangle is smaller than this one. So it means that it has been dilated, or it has been enlarged by a scale factor which is less than 1. or a scale factor between 1 and 0. So, and that is positive 1 and 0. So that scale factor is half. You can see that this distance here is 4 and this one here is 2. So half of 4 is 2. So it means the correct answer is supposed to be B, a refraction in the y-axis followed by an enlargement centered at the origin with a scale factor of 2. Now let us proceed to item 56. Item 56, it says that in each of the following diagram, A prime is the image of A. Which of the following shows a reflection in the x-axis? So reflection in the x-axis. You recall that when you reflect in the x-axis, it shows below the x-axis. So if it is up and you reflect, it will show below. If it is down and you reflect in the x-axis, it will show above. So the correct answer is D, because A is in the first quadrant. If you reflect in the x-axis, it will show in the fourth quadrant, which is below the first quadrant. Now let's look at item 55. In triangle ABC, angle A is equal to x degrees and angle B is equal to 2x degrees. What is the size of angle C? So we know a triangle, all the angles will sum up to 180. So we have x here, we have 2x here. So we don't know this one. So if you add the unknown angle, let's say n to x plus 2x, we should get 180 degrees. So the unknown angle n plus 3x should be equal to 180. So the unknown angle n will be equal to 180 minus 3x. So that answer will be, the correct answer is A. Now let's look at item 58. Item 58 refers to the following diagram, which shows the angle of depression of a point X from Z. So the angle of depression of X, the angle of depression of the point X from Z is 35. If X is 12 meters from Y, then the height YZ, so height YZ is in meters is, so this angle, when we use the alternate property, alternate angles are equal, so this will be 35. Now YZ is opposite to this angle. We will use the ratio that involves opposite, which is tan, because we know this to be 12, which is adjacent. So tan 35 degrees will be equal to opposite, which is YZ, over adjacent, which is 12 meters. So YZ multiply with by 12 by 12. YZ will be equal to 12 tan 35. 12 tan 35 degrees. So the correct answer is D. Alright, so let's proceed to item 59. Item 59 refers to the following diagram of a right-angled triangle ABC. So in the right-angled triangle ABC above, which trigonometric ratio is equal to 4 over 8? 4 over 8. 4 over 8. 4 over 8. So that is opposite over hypotenuse. So sine x will be opposite over hypotenuse, which is 4 over 8. So the correct answer is sine x. Under the translation -2, 3, the image of -5, 3 is. So you add -2 to -5. So -2 plus -5 will give you -7. When you add 3 to 3, you get 3 plus 3, which is 6. So you get -7 and 6. So the correct answer is C. Thank you so much for joining us to solve this paper. Stay tuned. We will be solving the CXC June 2023 paper as soon as it becomes available. Thank you. Return for more interesting videos. See you, God willing, in the next video.